This is my life with albinism.
Now, this is my life with albinism.
And this is my life with albinism. All right, welcome back to another episode of Life with Albinism podcast. I'm your host, Dale.
And I'm Avery.
And we have a special guest today, but he's been on our show before. Y'all seen him before.
Yes, sir.
And he's actually on one of our most successful episodes in terms of views. So we're happy to have this gentleman back. We're going to let him introduce himself, let the people know your name and any social medias that you want to give them.
Okay, so my government is Tykym. Those of you who really know me, or those of you who knew me but forgot to know me, I'm Tykym. But those who professionally know me, I'm Malachi the Truth, Christian hip hop artist. You can follow me on IG at Malachi Music. That's MALAKAIMUZIC. Or you can follow me on Facebook under my name, Tykym. If you can't spell it, it's TYKYM. I'm the only Tykym that's on Facebook.
And there you go.
Right. So I have an interesting topic here because, one thing I noticed when we was filmed with you the first time, I noticed that you're actually type 3 albinism.
Yes, sir.
And I think so before we get into that, let me just break down the different types. So there's 4 standard types, right? Four standard types of albinism. So type 1, which is, you can traditionally go by the colors, right? So type 1 is usually like the fluffy white hair,
Snow White.
a Snow White kind of hair, a very, very pale skin. And then type 2, which is the most common type, is like me, like Avery, where it's more of like a goldish blonde hair.
Yeah, you can tell wild beards, you know what I'm saying? Got that. Go ahead.
But so type 2 is usually like golden skin, golden hair. And then type 3 is like Tykym, where it's slightly melanated skin, slightly melanated hair, where the hair is like a light brown. And then type 4 is brown skin, brown hair. So those are a lot harder to recognize than people with type 4 albinism.
Those are the posers.
Yes,
right,
sir.
so that's just like a general way to look at it. Now, of course, there's more subtypes and other different types of types, but just the generalization of that. So you have type 3 albinism, and I wanted to really dive deep into that and get an understanding from you. So what is it like to have type 3 albinism? And when you were growing up, did people even know that you had albinism, being that you have a little bit of melanin and your hair is much darker?
So the funny part about it is that I wasn't always, I guess, a type 3. I became a type 3 in around 8th grade going into high school. That's when my hair started getting really darker.
So your hair used to be blonde?
My hair used to be platinum blonde.
Like ours.
If you just like yours, like my eyebrows, like the hair on my arms, platinum blonde. And so therefore, like when I got to like 8th grade, I let my hair grow. And so you could see like the natural highlights of my hair, but my hair was significantly darker than before. And it just gotten darker, and like the benefit about it is that like my facial hair matches the hair on my head. So a lot of times people think like they mistaken me for like Puerto Rican, or some type of Spanish, or I'm something. You got to be mixed with something. And so yeah, so like to be honest, I wish that my hair was like this when I was younger, because I feel like it would be easier to navigate.
What you mean?
Because I blend in. Like
you'll blend in more.
I blend in with like regular people.
So you want the blend in. You don't want your albinism to stand out.
I'm ambivalent when it comes to it, because I've had so many bad experiences as a kid that I don't want to walk into a room and everybody go like this.
Okay.
I kind of like that.
I don't want to be on the train.
This is unique because
I don't want to necessarily. I don't want to be on a train and everybody in the car
turning
like
their head to look at you,
or they like this and on their phone, but like, and I'm like, come on,
yeah.
Well, all the stuff that we have in this world, my albinism really got you having to look at me. And 9 times out of 10, it's not admiration. Right. It's not a look at admiration.
It's more like you look weird.
It's like, yo, that's wild.
Yeah.
So what is that?
Yeah.
And I don't want the what is that.
Yeah.
Like I've had to navigate the what is that? I've had to navigate when your parents pick you up from school and it's that's your mother,
That's your mother.
Right.
She
Right.
seriously like
Right.
your mother. You got to be adopted.
seriously. That's the first thing that everybody
What?
jump to. Like
Adopted? No, this is my mom. This is my whole family.
So now I also want to ask, what kind of jokes did you get? I'm assuming they must have been different from like the jokes like me and Avery would have.
Oh no, we all got the
Like,
same jokes.
nah,
I don't care what you said. We all got the same
The
jokes.
jokes I
So they
would hear
called you.
would
They
be-
ever called you powder?
Yeah, or like, or
that's
I would hear like bleach.
Yo,
Or,
I got the bleach. I got the
Casper,
powder. I got the
Michael
Casper.
Jackson.
I got the
Yeah,
Michael
yeah,
Jackson.
yeah,
I got the
okay.
whiteout bottle.
I'm surprised because you're
But
not
that's the
as
thing. I
pale.
wasn't always this way.
You explained that.
You know what I'm saying?
You did just say
I wasn't
okay.
always this way.
Yeah.
So a lot of times I got that. So a lot of my fighting had to happen during my grade school years, during my middle school years. When I got to high school, I played ball. So to compensate from people talking about me or asking questions or whatever, I played ball.
Okay.
Like
You gonna stand
I
out.
got Albie.
Yeah, like
we got him.
you gonna stand out. You gotta be the best in what you
Right.
do.
I had the cool
Yeah,
nickname.
yeah.
Like,
Facts,
yo, powder.
Don't
I got powder over here.
Don't call me that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
don't.
But I was able to blend in because I played ball.
Yeah.
So now I'm with the cooler kids that play ball. I'm with the jocks that play ball.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm still answering those questions like,
So, how long did it take? I don't know if this is a stupid question or not, but how long did it take for your family to realize that you had albinism?
oh, my mom
They
knew
must
it
have
right
knew
away.
right away.
Yeah.
Okay.
My mom knew right away. There was a lady. Her name was, oh gosh, I can't remember her name, but she went to church with my grandmother, and she was a part of the Noah. So she put my mom's name.
Okay.
And
So
then,
she knew what it
so we learned about the Noah, the lighthouse, and all these other different things like that. So I was tapped in since a young.
So, like at what point did you become like comfortable enough with your albinism? I mean, like
My 20s, man.
okay, it took you that long?
Wow.
Why?
For me,
Yeah.
Because-
I
so
need
like
to
the
know.
benefit of you and Dale, y'all had each other.
No, not really.
Right. Like, I moved to the
Honestly,
South.
like he
I had
grew
moved
up in
to
the
the
South
South.
and I was in the city. You
But
know
did
what I'm
y'all know about each other?
We knew
of
about
course.
you know
That's
what I'm saying?
But he had somebody else that he could look to,
Okay.
and you had somebody else that you knew of.
Yeah.
Like 9 times out of 10, on the school bus, in the school, in the playground, you don't have another kid with albinism.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You find a kid with a cleft lip.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't find another person with albinism in a school setting until college.
You get what I'm saying?
That was the first
So
time.
now it's like you don't have that. You don't have that person that understands.
Yeah.
Not even the outward aspect of it. The actual visual impairment aspect. It's 85 degrees outside and the heat index is crazy right now. So I want to go outside
But I can't.
and go to the pool
Yeah.
and go to the beach
and be normal and shit like
and be
that.
normal.
Yeah.
But you know what? The
Yeah.
way this SPF is working that I got,
It's not gonna work.
see me at dusk. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to brunch with Shorty, but I can't.
Yeah.
So you say it took you to like about your 20s to get
It took to my
comfortable
20s.
to get, and what was that transition like? Just understanding your albinism, or was that transition like
Just accepting it. Like,
accepting it?
Yeah.
Right.
It was a little bit of
More
both.
confident.
Okay.
It was a little bit of both.
Okay.
And this is my confidence. It's like, to be frank, I was like, I could pull the same chicks that the regular dudes do. So, now what? Now what, Powder?
But you know,
Now
what's
what
crazy?
is?
Like, I was always comfortable with myself. You know what I mean? It wasn't a day that, and I think that's because of the background I had of
Right.
family support and stuff.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that,
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? My grandmother, she was like, "Yo, listen, you no different than anyone else out there." You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like, you just look different, but again, we all look different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A Mexican don't look like a regular black dude. A white dude don't look like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
So it's like everyone's different. It's just getting to know you.
Right.
That's what it is. You got to know who you are in order to go out there and make a name for yourself. You know what I
Right.
mean? So
And that's why I think representation is so important.
mhm.
So, I had that like you.
Yeah.
I had that. My grandmother, my mother, they didn't play that.
Like, yeah.
Yo, ain't nothing wrong with you. Go out there for the basketball team. Go out there, run track. Go do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, be
and
a
I was
kid,
able
you know
to
what I mean?
those things. I was able to do those things, but I didn't have that representation where, like, how every single black kid or every single kid of color went crazy when they seen Chadwick Boseman. Because now they have that representation there that they can aspire to, whether it be a dream or a reality.
I think the comparison to that would probably be like Barack Obama,
right? Or just
like
anything.
You see a black man become,
but not even that, because nobody want to. Who really want to be president? Right? I want to be a superhero. I want the suit. I want the mantle. I want to eat the flower. I want to flip. I want to do all that.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So. What actor? Who we gonna be?
Okay.
Because what superhero would we be?
That's a good question.
Because we don't fit the mold outwardly.
I see.
You see what I'm saying? If you Spanish, you could be whoever you want to be.
Yeah.
If you was black, you could be like. If you was fat, you could be the blob. You could be the bad guy.
I see.
Like there's a role. There was a space for you as a kid growing up. If you don't have albinism, but now you have albinism, who you gonna be?
I see what you're saying.
I could be Tobias now.
Right.
Yeah.
I could be Tobias. I don't know if you could be Tobias. I look
right.
So now, at what point did you come across that dynamic of I have albinism, I look different, but I kind of blend in now that tell me about that transition of when your hair and your skin started to darken a little bit. How did you feel, and were you realizing, okay, now I'm transitioning to blending more in with everyone else?
I realized it because that was the time I let my hair grow, and I was getting braids.
So it was more.
That was the braids time.
Okay.
So it was like there was other dudes in my grade, in like 9th grade, 10th grade, who had long hair, but their hair wasn't like mine. And the girls would be like, "Yo, you got highlights." Ooh, I like that. No, it's just my regular blonde hair, shorty. But for me, it was just like I didn't really notice it. I didn't really notice the change, but I noticed that I was accepted a little bit more. So I didn't get the.
Okay, so that's what the transition was like for you.
You know what it is?
The look started slowing down.
Yeah.
Right.
The
jokes started slowing down, and the dumb questions.
Yeah.
Dumb questions started slowing down.
You know what it is? It's because when they see you, when people see something different, we automatically be curious. You get what I'm saying? Like
instant.
But the more you see it, it's kind of like, oh yeah, that's
time.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
that's time. Man.
That's my guy right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like. So it's not you're not an outcast no more. Right. You don't feel so much. They have no choice but to accept you because they see you more frequently. You know what I mean? So
and then it helped. Like I went to school in New York up into 10th grade.
Okay.
And then I transferred. Well, I didn't transfer. My mom sent me away. She sent me to Colorado, and I went to a prep school out there, and it was like 12 people in my graduating class, and they were all white. I'm the first quote unquote black guy to graduate from the high school.
Oh wow! Ever? Or just in that year?
Ever.
Wow.
Ever. So like there are places, and this was 05.
Did people even recognize that? Like, did people recognize
when my aunt came to the school?
When you, oh, okay.
They're like, oh, he wanted out. And then when my hair grew, they
started seeing the nets.
Yes, they seen the coarse hair, and they was like,
So before that, they thought you was white.
They didn't know what.
They didn't. Oh, they
were so ignorant. They were so ignorant because I went to school in rural northeastern Colorado. Outside of my classroom were cornfields, bro.
Oh wow!
So everybody there was white, and when I came in, I was just a kid from New York. But then, as I'm the kid from New York, but at that time, I got the 3X shirts. I'm listening to Dipset.
Right.
And they listening
from the New York culture.
And they listening to Garth Brooks and country music, and I'm over here like, it's that get crunk music. Get crunk. You know what I mean? I'm all on that, and I'm like, this is crazy. It was a culture shock for me and a culture shock for them. And so it was easier to navigate there because I was different, but I was like curious different. It wasn't like
I know what he is. And
right.
That's
it wasn't
different. It was like, What is it?
It wasn't inner city ignorance different.
Yeah,
where, sad to say, people that we grew up around, other black people and other people of color that we grew around are the ones that made fun of us the most.
Yeah.
Are the ones that didn't understand us the most.
Yeah.
But we come from the same bloodline, same genealogy.
Yes.
But the ones that are outside of us accepted us more and was like, oh,
quicker.
Okay. Oh, so.
So would you say our own kind accepted us quicker than white people, or
no? I think white people accept us.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I think
people with albinism.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because when I was growing up, it was either they didn't know what I was or they assumed I was.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
But the thing I got the most was, are you mixed or I think like Mexican or Italian.
Oh, so
those were the threes. Those were the three.
You're Milano.
Like that's if they didn't know what I was.
So you got the best of both worlds. I see. Okay.
Good credit.
So now this one thing I wanted to ask, and I'll ask you too, Avery. Because the same thing happened to me with the hair, but only with my beard. My beard wasn't always brown. It used to be just as blonde as the hair on top of my head.
That's fine.
And I would say around high school, it started to sprout brown.
I never noticed when my
Noticed the transition when it happened?
I don't remember.
Really?
Yeah.
So
I think it was all this, you know what I mean? Like,
it might be like that puberty thing.
Around like 14 or like 18.
Yeah, like I could grow a beard around 13, 14, but my beard didn't grow brown until like about 16, 17.
My beard didn't grow to 28.
Damn, that's terrible.
What about you, Avery? When you started growing facial hair, around what age was it? And
I want to say 17 to 19, somewhere in there. 16.
And was it blonde or was it already brown?
I think it was already brown. Honestly.
Really?
I didn't.
You don't remember?
Yeah, but I could have sworn it.
So for me, when I first started growing a beard at 14, it was blonde, and then like around 16, 17, it started turning brown. Right? Well, I just want to talk about the transition.
At 14.
You know what I mean? Like,
I just want to talk about the transition. So
14.
But here's the but here's the crazy thing, right? When it first started to grow brown, I thought something was wrong, so I would just cut it all off.
That's crazy.
And grow it out again, and then it would grow brown again. Wow. And I'm thinking something was.
So you thought you was like Bruce Almighty, like?
No, this ain't right.
I don't know exactly what I thought. I just knew that my facial hair was blonde, and it started going into brown.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking
for no reason.
Right, for no reason. So I'm thinking. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm just shaving it off because I'm like, oh, where's my blonde hair? Let me shave this off to get the blonde back. And it kept growing brown. And as a matter of fact, it started getting darker and darker.
Yeah.
Darker.
Yep.
And then I was like, all right, I guess this is just the color of my beard now. You know what I mean?
I never really paid it attention. Like when I was, you know what I mean? Like I just knew I woke up one day and I was just itchy as a mother. I was like, damn, like this is annoying. Like,
yeah, it is.
So, but yeah.
So now for you, Tykym, do you like having the brown hair, or do you wish, as a man with albinism, do you wish your hair was all blonde?
No, I think what makes what I like being unique. I like when we went to the event for World Albinism Day, and I seen different shades and sizes and styles, and like even learning today that I'm type 3 and things like that.
Yeah, so
that's amazing. I never knew that.
You never until today. Different types?
Until today.
Wow.
That's why I was like. That's why I'm like wilding out. Like I'm throwing threes up. Like gang gang. Yo, if you watching this and you a 3, gang gang me. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I didn't know that, but I like being a subgenre of a larger umbrella.
Yeah. Okay, that makes
sense. Like it's dope because it's like we're all not the same. Because to the ignorant mind, they think we're all the same.
Right.
But being that in our genre, in our culture, in our community, even in our community, there's subgenres. Even in our community, there's a type 3. There's ocular albinism. There's this type of albinism. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I love that. That's dope.
All right, man. I just want to thank you for coming back on the show, man. I think this was good, and I think that your message is powerful because it's showing people like, hey, no matter how different you look or whatever type of albinism you have, embrace it.
Yes, sir.
So, Another amazing episode, guys. Keep in mind that you want to go to lifewithalbinism.com and you can check out all of our new merch, all of our new episodes and everything. Make sure you click like, share, and subscribe.
Definitely.
And thank you for tuning in. Another amazing episode.
We definitely got more merch coming.
Yes, sir.
On the way. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right.